Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Patriots Field. We're in today's North Group A matchup.
Wayne Hills Patriots. I'm David Suntup.
Dubow and Spencer Ferdig. This is the first round of the state tournament. The Wayne Hills Patriots, the 14th, Miller's the 19th seed. Guys,
a close matchup today. I mean, Wayne Hills is 10-6. Milburn Millers are 8-7. So it should be a good matchup. First round of the states today, and like any other lacrosse game, should be.
I'll predict about a 14. It's going to be a very high-scoring offensive match. High scores, you got besides
21 assists, Kristen Divers, 58 goals, 30 assists, Chelsea Frieswick, 24 goals, 5 assists, and Erica Kunzik with 23 goals and 10 assists. That's just their 4 top scorers, and if you look at the amount of goals they have, it's ridiculous. So it's really going to be a high-scoring match, and it's going to be a shootout, just like you said. Spencer?
And I think that when you have two teams of, pretty much equal caliber, you're bound to have a good match. I know for a fact that Wayne Hills started off the season very nicely, kind of hit a rough patch in the middle, but a few of their more recent games, they really come out. Games, and I really feel that whoever scores.
Well, Spencer, getting back to your goal statistic, according to my sheet here, Wayne Hills has scored 10 plus.
They haven't scored more than 10 goals. They've lost 10 goals. They lost to Northern Highlands, won.
They lost to 2 very good teams, but they need to score in order to win. That's the type of team Wayne Hills is.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to score and get that 10-plus goal margin so they could come out with the W. But in case you don't know, I mean, most of you out there, I played boys lacrosse for a year, so I know a little something. And girls is a little different, but this is how the field's set up. You obviously have the goalie. Then you have, on your defensive side, you have 3 defensemen stacked up, one behind you. 4 midfielders, 2 offensive wings, and 2 defensive wings. And you have the center who takes the face-off. And then on your offensive side, you have 3 attack that mirror the same formation of the defense, but and they're also known as homes, first, second, and third home, one behind the other.
Just to go back to what Suntup said a little earlier about the scoring, it seems that Wayne Hills' offense,
and I think that's why you come up with that statistic. So far, they're doing a pretty good job there, but way over.
I mean, their defense has to be stepping it up a little bit. I know they have a lot of young kids, they have a lot of juniors, so next year, hopefully it'll go up a little bit. We'll see.
Wayne Hills comes into this match.
Milburn Millers coming to the game at 8-7. They play in the Northern Hills Conference with Wayne Valley, Snake Valley, all those teams.
And I just feel that, with you 3 competent, capable guys handling a bunch of the scoring and the details with that regard, I hope that I can, add some arbitrary facts like how this play into the way this game is played. I'm really going to keep tabs on that throughout the day.
Alyssa Baselli
Take the draw for Wayne Hills. Very exciting first round matchup here. Yeah. As the ball goes out of play, by girls across, the team that hits possession of the ball.
Yeah. The ball, girls, they want to make it more like soccer style,
Which is more respectable.
So they are redoing the opening draw, but Baselli to take the draw for Wayne Hills. They put the ball between the 2 sticks, and I guess the players hit their sticks up. This possession is controlled by Milburn. Taken up by Wayne Hills, number 7, Chelsea Frieswick. As the ball is picked up by Milburn. Taken up by Wayne Hills. Hillary Kubo, one of the captains on this team. Pass in front to Divers. Divers tries to go in, and she gets hit on her goggles, I believe. I don't know why that wasn't called a foul if she was hit on the goggles. Any of you guys, anything?
Anything in the face should be called immediately. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be hesitant. So
I'm guessing it was incidental
Yeah, it could've been an
contact, so,
accident.
nothing big.
Karski passes it to Kuva. Kuva looking to make a move. As they call a foul on number 32 of Milburn, Samantha Lillo.
One thing, if I may, you'll see that this game's going to get stopped a lot. They call a lot of fouls. They don't like contact in the sport. It's not like the counterpart boys lacrosse. They want to keep it.
As Kuva fires a shot, and she scores! Hillary Kuva gets Wayne Hills on the board early in the first half as Wayne Hills takes a 1-0 lead.
If you see, just like I was saying, that's how a lot of the scoring is on penalty shots. There's a lot of whistle blowing. You're going to get a lot of stops in the game, and that's how most of the scores are going to be accumulated.
So definitely a big goal for Wayne Hills coming into this game, getting out early and scoring a goal. Like we said in the open, if they score, they win because this is a great goal-scoring team here. As Wayne Hills wins the opening draw. Divers down the field. Divers all alone. Divers fires a shot off the post, I believe. As Milburn controls the ball, I believe there's a foul on Wayne Hills.
Yeah, Wayne Hills is coming out with a bang today. Just immediately controlling the game, putting shots up, doing a good job of controlling that offensive zone.
They want revenge for that brutal goggle hit earlier in the game.
Milburn down the field. I believe they're going to call a foul on Wayne Hills. I believe number 22, Kim Caltagirone. How surprised? Caltagirone hit the stick of a Milburn
Need
player.
that Italian
Matthew
accent.
Bowe, the English expert here, honors English student.
Yeah, well, I try.
Shot fired, and Milburn ties the game at 1. Number 11, Lucy Johnson, puts Milburn on the board, and now Milburn gets right back into this game by scoring their first goal.
Mr. Suntup, I think I should go into a psychic business because I just said that most of the shots are scored on penalties, and it looks like I was right. So immediately 1-1. This shows how quickly the tempo of this game can change. You really got to keep the momentum in your favor. Just like basketball, you saw at the Nets, they lost momentum, they lost the series. If they can keep the momentum in their favor and keep it down in the Milburn side, they'll win.
And also, Wayne Hills looks like the superior team, but if they keep making dumb penalties, then Milburn has an equal chance of winning this game. And because the penalty shots, everyone moves out of the way, and it's really easy to score on.
Good play by Sabrina Heskins as she hits the ball out of the stick. Heskins up the right side of the field, passes it across to Kunzig. As I believe they're going to call a foul on Kunzig for hitting the other person's stick.
And for the
Holding,
curious,
actually. Thanks to Carmelo Guarneri. Milburn up the field. Number 17 for Milburn, Katie Kleinerhorst. Good defense by Wayne Hills. Caltagirone making another good play on defense. Vaselli up the left side of the field. Vaselli with the pass on the field. Frieswick fires a shot. She scores! Great play by Alyssa Vaselli. She fires a long pass outfield to Chelsea Frieswick. She was in all alone, and she scores the second Wayne Hills goal of the game.
and for the curious viewer at home, as far as I can tell right now, the chilly weather is having little to no impact on this game. I repeat, little to no impact.
Thank you, Mr. Meteorologist over there.
If you look at the top 4 scorers, Chelsea Frieswick and Eric Kunzig are sophomores, but they're in the top 4, and it shows that the youth of this team is really great, and it's no limits for them. Next year's going to be a great year, as well as the following year.
That was Frieswick's 25th goal of the season. Just a fantastic sophomore season. 25 goals, 5 assists, and that was Vaselli's 22nd assist of the season.
Yeah, there's no sophomore slump for Chelsea Frieswick, doing an excellent job being one of the leading scorers on this team.
There are a lot of very good sophomores on this team. You have Linda Stambouli, Chelsea Frieswick, Sarah Pekarsky, Becky Oles, Erica Kunzig, Sabrina Heskins, Elisa DiBianco, Erica Giordano. The list goes on and on, so definitely a great future on this team. As Milburn controls the ball, number 32 for Milburn going in. She fires a shot, saved by Giordano. She makes her first save of the game. Giordano down the field, pass intended for Divers. As the refs are really calling everything here in this game. They definitely want to make sure this is a safe game, and they're calling everything. They're calling it tight. It's a state game. They want to make sure everything's fair. Konzig picks up the ball on the left side of the field. There are a lot more loose balls in girls lacrosse than boys lacrosse, from what I've seen so far. Wouldn't you agree, Carmelo?
Yeah, I mean, guys usually control the ball better because they have
Sticks.
deeper pocket. On the sticks, they have deeper pockets, so it's easier to control. It's harder to shoot and pass, but it's easier to control it.
Divers up to Baselli. Baselli makes a move, fires a shot. Good save by the Milburn goalie. Baselli picks it up, fires a shot. She scores! Alyssa Baselli gets the 3rd goal for Wayne Hills, and now she has a goal and an assist in this game as Wayne Hills leads 3-1.
Wayne Hill's making it look easy here. Just every shot they've put on goal so far has pretty much gone in. So, pretty accurate scores.
One thing you're going to want to know about is that in girls lacrosse, since it's so high scoring, even though you go down by 2, it really does not mean much in the long run. It's a long game, and they can come back very easily in a small swing of momentum.
Baselli's 61st goal of the season, and that was just a great effort there. I know she wanted to score on the first shot. The goalie made a good save, but she stuck with it. She got the ball, and she put it in the net. Olis up the field. Olis passes it out. Frieswick looking to make a move. Tries to pass it, and the pass is intended for number 18, Jessica Ifkoff, the freshman. Good job by Divers to pick up the ball. Divers making a move on the right side of the field. Divers makes a Saturday pass, and Frieswick can't make the play. That was a good pass there by Divers, though. Konzig, as the ref brings out a yellow flag.
What you've got to love about this Wayne Hills team is the never say die attitude. Even when they're winning, they play each play, so to speak, with as if they're down by 5. It's really a nonstop effort that really defines this team and has led them to where they are.
Konzig behind the net to Divers. Divers makes a move. Divers fires a shot. She scores! Kristen Divers gives Wayne Hills a 4-1 lead as Wayne Hills has just been on fire here in the beginning of the first half.
Is it possible that the reason that the Hills defense doesn't match its offense is because the offense takes all the time in possession? I mean, if you look at it, the ball's been on the Milburn side majority of the game. You know, defense doesn't get many reps, so to say.
As Milburn calls a timeout, Milburn coach Petty K wants to talk things over with their team. I'm sure Coach K is not very happy with her team. They're not playing good defense. They're not controlling the ball. Wayne Hills has come out here, and they have totally controlled the tempo of this game. They're really moving the ball down the field well. They're getting a lot of great shots on goal. And their 2 stars, Divers and Baselli, have really dominated this game so far.
And Kristen Divers is nearing the century mark in points, coming up on 89 points on that last goal there. And, she should be able to possibly get close to 100 within the next 3-4 games.
And you made reference to one Coach K who's giving her team a pep talk right now. We can only hope that she resembles anything like the famous Coach K of Duke men's basketball fame and can give them really an inspirational speech that will really rev them up heading into the first half again.
Coach K, just absolutely amazing coach. I mean, Dukies are good year after year. But anyway, back to the lacrosse action.
Yeah, that was Divers' 59th goal of the season, so the next goal she scores in this game will be number 60. And she's averaging probably around 5 goals a game. That's just incredible. And also Baselli averaging about 5 goals a game. That's just an incredible pace.
I mean, when you're scoring so quickly like that, does anybody know how long we are into this game? It's not very long, and they already have 4 goals, 3 goals
Maybe like
each.
5 minutes, something like that. I don't even know.
This is why the games are so high scoring because, every minute there's at least a goal for either team. And the points rack up. And it really makes lacrosse an exciting sport because there's so much going on. There's so much action. And it's fun to watch.
And keep in mind also that if you're watching in high school lacrosse, I mean, most of the time the girls go to their strong hand. Like, I haven't seen a lot of girls switching right to left hand. They usually stay on their strong side. So it makes it easier for defenders to cover them and know which side they're going to.
There also aren't very many ambidextrous players on the lacrosse team.
True. Good point there.
As we start play here, Divers controls the draw. Divers down the field, picked up by Chelsea Frieswick. Frieswick to Konzig. Konzig fires a shot. Good save there by the Milburn goaltender. Konzig controls the ball behind the net. Tries to center it to Sarah Picarsi, and the centering passes off. Milburn controls possession. Number 21 for Milburn up the field. Picked up by Becky. Good play by Becky Ollis to pick up the ground ball. Ollis to Baselli. Just for your info, there is no offsides in girls lacrosse. So,
It's a strange rule. You can't really
so
see
if you
why. I
play
guess because-
defense, you're allowed. Actually, my bad, there is offsides. You have to keep 4 back at all times. As Giordano gobbles up the loose ball. Milburn had a good opportunity there, but they couldn't convert on the pass. Picked up by Baselli. Baselli up the field. Baselli already has a goal and an assist in this game. Baselli. Pass is intercepted. I believe she tried to pass to number 13. No. Sorry about that. I can't see the numbers that well. She tried to pass to number 18, Jessica Ivkov. Picked up by Milburn. Number 9 loses the ball. As Sabrina Heskins controls possession as the ref blows the whistle. Heskins up the right side of the field. Passes up to Divers. Divers up the field. Divers makes a move. Divers fires a shot, and she scores her 60th goal of the season. Kristen Divers gets her 2nd goal of the game, and Wayne Hills leads 5-1.
Kristen Divers is single-handedly taking over this game, just weaving in and out of defenders, making nice moves.
If you look at the attackers on the Wayne Hills Patriots, really do control the whole game. You know, it's up to them when they want to score. They're going to score, and it seems like the goalie does not have much of a say in this matter because she's not really putting up much of a fight. So.
What is our obsession with even numbers? Like, I don't understand why her 60th goal is more important than her 9th, 58th, or her 61st for that matter.
Even numbers just look nicer, you know. It's like some semi-obsessive compulsive type. It's just like.
I think the reason 60 is such a big number is because just as our analyst from the past and former Wayne Hills Patriots alumni Sam Asner said, it's a divisible of 10.
Frieswick behind the net. Controlled by Wayne Hills. Hillary Kuba fires a shot just wide of the goal. As I believe they're going to call foul. Sarah Pekarski was going for the ball behind the net for Wayne Hills. Last year, Alyssa Baselli scored 76 goals, and Kristen Divers scored 87 goals. Those statistics are just incredible. As the ref's going to call foul in the crease. And Baselli and Divers are both first-team All-County for Wayne Hills. But these goal totals are just incredible. 76 goals, 87 goals. I mean, that's just an incredible feat.
They're numbers that are hard to wrap our minds around even. You know, as you talk about that, I'm struggling, but it's impressive nonetheless.
I believe they do have a heavy schedule, too. They play a lot of games, which helps them get those numbers up. But when you're scoring as many goals per game as they do, it's not that hard to get those kind of numbers.
Picked up by Heskins. Heskins up the left side of the field. Passes to Pekarski. Pekarski, the sophomore, down the left side of the field. Pekarski. Pass intended, I believe, from number 18, Jessica Ivkov. As they're going to call a foul on Sabrina Heskins. Not sure what the call is. Controlled by number 21 of Milburn. Milburn down the left side of the field. They're trailing 5-1. Good play by Heskins to deflect the pass.
Sabrina Heskins is a pretty good defender. I mean, one of the solid defenders on this team, you know, controlling the defensive zone, you know, it's pretty tough.
Wayne Hills up the field, number 16, Erica Kunzig. Kunzig brings it back, pass it to Baselli. Baselli makes a move. Baselli fires a shot, and she scores her 2nd goal of the game. Alyssa Baselli now have 2 goals and assists as Wayne Hills takes a 6-1 lead.
That was number 60.
For Baselli?
Yes,
62, actually.
62. Wow.
I mean, this tandem, this duo of Alyssa Baselli and Kristen Divers is really working out well for this team.
And you
scoring the majority of our goals for our team. And, I mean, there's others who contribute, too, but, I mean, they're just phenomenal.
And you can really sense the competition, 60 to 62 goals. It feels like these two incredible girls are pushing each other to become better.
It's healthy competition, though. It's that kind of competition which makes them better and forces them to, you know, watch themselves, make sure they're not slumping.
Milburn controls the ball. Number 32 for Milburn. Passed it to number 11. Milburn is down 6-1 in the first round of the North Group A playoffs. The winner of this game takes on the third seed Hillsborough, I believe on Tuesday, May 23rd. So I believe unless any of these teams unless Wayne Hills has a league home game to make up, this is the last home game that these seniors will play here. Frieswick up the field. Pass is knocked out by number 7 on Milburn. Good play on defense. As the refs call a foul as Kundig was going for the ball. Divers fires, and she scores a top shelf goal. Kristen Divers gets her second goal of the game, actually her third goal of the game, excuse me, her 61st of the season, and she has a hat trick here in the first half of play.
Once again, not much defensive action for Milburn. They're not really putting up a fight, and they want any chance in this game because now it's getting to the point where it's getting out of their reach. They're going to have to start fighting back and scoring some goals, keeping it out of their area.
And in lacrosse, it's very unfortunate for the goalies because no matter how good you are, I mean, you're going to get 10, 11, 12 goals scored on you no matter what. So, I mean, it's nothing against the goalie. The Millers.
Divers up the field as she controls the opening draw. Actually, the draw after the goal, excuse me. Divers makes a move. Divers fires a shot, and she scores her 4th goal of the game. Kristen Divers is just putting on a show in what could possibly be her last game here at Patriots Field. 8-1 Patriots.
Wow, and it's now 62 goals for Divers and 62 goals for Baselli. Is this fate? Is this destiny? This is going to be interesting to see how the rest of the game pans out for these two.
Mr. Suntup, that's highly debatable. It's the last game here. I mean, we already control the game. What's 6-1, I believe?
Actually, it's 8-1, but Carmelo, we are the 14th seed. If we win this game, they play at Hillsborough on Tuesday, and they are the 3rd seed.
Oh, very good point there.
Yeah, so there's basically, unless they have a league home game, there's no way they could play here at home because they would be the lowest seed in their, on their side of the bracket. Kunzig moves in. Good save by the goalie, number 55.
You don't go against Suntup with his numbers. He knows his stuff, and you're always going to go down if you try that, Carmelo. You should know better.
Kunzig moves in, fires a shot. I believe that was blocked by a Milburn player. Baselli behind the net. Baselli, sorry, pass to Kunzig. Good play by Milburn to deflect the pass away. Milburn controls. Number 12 brings the ball for Milburn. Milburn passes down the field to number 17. Number 17 at the center of the field, as I believe they're going to call a foul on Kuba.
You know, as this momentum is shifted to a defensive game for Wayne Hills, I'd like to put a spotlight on Sabrina Heskins. And if you see that brace on her leg, I'll go more to that later.
Milburn out the field. Good play on defense for Wayne Hills to block the shot. Good play by Kim Caltagirone on defense.
Just when you need that one, go to me. Just go to me on that one. I'll get you.
Pronunciation for some of these names for me is a work in progress. As Milburn gets their 2nd goal of the game, and they're now down 8-2.
It's finally Miller time now. They're getting on the board. You know, trying to stage a comeback. You know, it might be difficult, but you never know. They score goals like crazy in this game, so anything's possible.
Does anyone know what a Miller is? Just curiosity. Miller? Anyone? Miller?
I don't know.
I think it's someone who brews alcohol or something like
Miller.
that.
Really?
But that's what I think. I mean,
Well, there's a beer company.
Mr.
Brewer- no, that's
Mr.
Brewers,
Hookstraight
but-
shaking no. Mr. Hookstraight shaking no.
oh,
Stone Miller.
It would be somebody. Yeah.
A
Thanks for
Stone
the
a
great
worker.
instead of
Mr.
Mr.
Hookstraight. Jim Hookstraight. Great man.
Milburn down the field, number 32. 32 makes the move. 32 fires a shot. Great save by Erica Giordano. Erica Giordano has really played fantastic in goal for the Wayne Hills Patriots this year. Only a sophomore. Last year, Kelly Calabrese played goalie for the Wayne Hills Patriots, and she was just a fantastic goalie in lacrosse and field hockey. So Giordano really doing a great job this year. She's only a sophomore, and she's already been a great goalie. She's only going to improve.
And Giordani, our goalie, 0-0. She's the last line of defense between Milburn and our goal. She's the one person keeping them from scoring, and I really think she's doing a good job at her job right now.
Last week when we broadcasted the boys lacrosse game, we had junior varsity goalie Jake Silverman in the booth. And Jake said 50% of the shots that you see will go past you. And that's a tough percentage. I'm not sure if that's the same with girls lacrosse. I think it could be. But it's really a tough position to play physically and mentally. So you really have to be up for the challenge. if you give up a goal, you just have to move on and be ready to save the next one. It's besides it being a tough position to play physically, mentally, it's probably the hardest position to play on the field by far. Olis controls the ball. Shot blocked by a Milburn player. As the goalie for Milburn gobbles up the ball.
Milburn's finally showing some defense against these Lady Patriots. They weren't doing much, but finally, I think, figured out the equation.
Miller up the field. Number 21 passing across to number 17. 17 up to 32. 32 down the field. 32 fires a shot, and she scores! As Milburn draws to 8-3 on the goal by number 32. Great passing there by Milburn as Milburn beat Wade Hills on the field, and Milburn gets their 3rd goal of the game.
Thus far, I'd say that percentage of 50% is definitely accurate. Might even be a little bit more in this case, because if you look at the shots on goal, the Millers have not had many shots, probably 5 or 6, and they definitely have put a majority of those in. So Wayne Hills has to step up their defense because you let that many goals in, and you're going to have trouble winning a game.
In this game, the save percentage is possibly even less than 10. I mean, it could be hovering, the accuracy could be hovering near like 90% of the shots that are taken go in.
Willow controls the ball for Milburn. Great play on defense by Sabrina Heskins as she picks off the pass. Heskins down the field. As I'm not sure who that pass was intended for. It's picked up by number 11, Jocelyn Joseph. Joseph behind the Milburn goal. Joseph pass it to Baselli. Baselli shoots and she scores! Alyssa Baselli gets her 3rd goal of the game, and she also has a hat trick as the Patriots increase their lead to 9-3. That was a great pass by Jocelyn Joseph, and an even better play by Alyssa Baselli to handle the pass.
You know, I have an equation, a fail-proof equation in terms of how you're going to win a game. You take the number of shots taken, multiply it by the number of shots that go in, and add the number of assists divided by your goalie's number, and that's how you know if you're going to win a game. And currently, Hills is winning on all accounts.
Interesting.
Did you take the derivative of that too? Sorry. Guess my joke wasn't funny.
Oh, Spencer Furtick. As Divers, great hustle to control the draw. Divers down the field. I believe someone hits the ball out of her stick. As a Milburn player controls the ball behind the net. As they blow a whistle. Not sure who the foul is on. I believe there's a rule when the refs blow the whistle, all the players must stand where they are as the ball is picked up by number 10, Hillary Kuva. Divers fires a shot, and she scores her 4th goal of the game. Kristen Divers helps the Patriots increase their lead from 9-3 to 10-3 as the Wade Hills Patriots have just been on fire in this game.
If Divers scores another 2 goals, I think I'm going to have to throw my hat on the field for a double hat trick. I mean, that's definitely worthy, throwing the hat on the field.
It seems like every goal that the Millers seem to scrap up, that Hills multiplies that by 2 and comes back with it. So the game's in Hills' favor, without a doubt, right now.
Actually, my mistake. That was her 5th goal of the game. So after another one, Carmelo. So that was her 63rd goal of the season. She's just had an incredible senior season. As the ball goes out of play, it's going to be controlled by Wayne Hills, I believe. As Erica Giordano, the sophomore goalie, controls the ball. Throws it down the field. Taken by Frieswick. Frieswick up the right side of the field. As there should have been a push call on number 29 of Milburn. Not sure what the ref saw on that one. Picked up by number 2 of Milburn. Good play by Kristen Divers to pick off the pass. Divers fires it to Baselli. Baselli fires a shot. Good save by the Milburn goal. That was a nice little shot by Baselli, but it was a tough angle on the shot. Oh, great play. Pekarski fires a shot just wide of the goal. I mean, the goalie just threw the ball right to Pekarski's stick. Great play by Sarah Pekarski. So Carmelo, Divers, and Baselli have scored so many goals that we've lost track already of how many they scored.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to keep track. They're scoring like I said, it's a shootout, you know. Scores 9-3 right now, I believe.
10-3.
10-3. See, right there.
Divers has 5 goals.
mental.
Baselli has 3 or 4.
Now
Not
we've
sure.
been talking about how much they've been scoring in this
3.
game and
Selly
this
has
season.
3. Frieswick has a goal, and Kuva has a goal. Okay, so now we're up to date. It's thanks to Spencer Ferdig. Besides being an announcer, he should also be a statistician.
All right, guys, here's the big question. You know, we've been talking so much about these two players, but how are they going to replace them coming into next season? It's going to be near impossible, wouldn't you say?
Well, they have a lot of sophomores on this team. Divers and Bissell are the leading goal scorers on this team, but right behind them are Chelsea Frieswick and Erica Kunzig. They've scored a lot of goals this year. Not as many as Divers and Bissell, but they've still had great sophomore years, and they're only going to get better as time goes on. They have a lot of sophomores. They have 3 freshmen on this team: Heather Thomas, Taylor Tremonti, and Megan O'Neill. Actually, 4 freshmen and Jessica Ivkov. So they definitely have a bright future, and they have a great coach in Marie Uzo, I believe you pronounce it as. So Marie Uzo, the coach of this Wayne Hills team, has definitely done a fantastic job training all these players. This is a team, they don't rebuild, they reload. So they definitely have a lot of good players on this team.
And it's great how you shone some light on Chelsea Frieswick and Erica Kunzig. You know, people like Chelsea Frieswick not only do they have their numbers on goals.
Oh, that is definitely
Oof.
a foul. As Matt, how do you pronounce that name again? Kata Jerome just got hit really hard, I believe, on the arm. I've never seen a play that rough. In boys lacrosse, you see hitting like that. I think that was definitely a dirty play, and hopefully Kim will be okay.
And
And
that
that's
was
a
a major slash there. I mean,
Yeah.
she almost took her head off there. It's a big play.
And it's
The
a shame
girls
when
don't
that
wear padding on their arms too, which makes it even worse.
it's a shame when that happens to someone who's not only a great player like Kim, but a great person. She's really something special, and she doesn't deserve that kind of treatment.
Pekarsky controls the tempo. Pekarsky also a first-team All-County gymnast. The gymnastics team won the county championship this year.
Interesting little tidbit there. Always surprising me, Suntup. Always surprising me. It's
I
very
know my
amusing.
stuff, Dubow. I always read the Bergen record. As Wayne Hills will control the tempo.
Now, we know as of right now the Wayne Hills defense doesn't match their offense, but could that be because of their youth? I don't believe there's even one senior on the Wayne Hills defense. I know Kim Calderon's a junior, Sabrina Heskins is a sophomore, their goalie's a sophomore.
Divers passes it. Shot fired by Joshua Joseph. Good save there by the goalie. Great pass by Kristen Divers.
Back to the point about the defense. Hillary Kuva, I believe, plays some defense.
Divers, center, shot by Maselli. Good save by the goalie of Milburn.
Hillary Kuva, she plays like defensive mid, so she scores goals and plays pretty good defense, so all-around player.
For the most part, I'd say the defense has a lot of room to grow, and they're going to be just getting better. So we talk about how they don't match the senior powerhouse offense, but that can't really be expected. And at this time next year, it might be totally opposite, and it might be a powerhouse defense. So we just have to wait and see.
Shot fired by Kunzig. Good save by the goalie, number 55 of Milburn. Number 7 of Milburn picks up the ball up the left side of the field. Milburn down 10-3 here in the first half of the North Group A state playoffs. I'm David Suntup alongside Carmelo Guarneri, Matt Dubow, and Spencer Ferdig. Divers passes to Kunzig. Nice pass by Kunzig as Wade Hill scores their 11th goal of the game. I believe that was scored by Baselli. I couldn't see because I was blocked by a player. And that is Baselli's 4th goal of the game, as it in fact is scored by Baselli thanks to Matt Dubow, as Wade Hill takes an 11-3 lead.
But, you know, we're putting so much on the amount of goals scored, and we're losing sight of the intangibles. You know, you'll get someone like Chelsea Frieswick, who maybe has 25 goals, still a respectable amount, but she does it all. She plays defense, she takes the hits, she gives the hits, she scores the goals, she gives assists. I mean, so much is determined more by just goals, but what goes on behind the scenes? And I think Chelsea Frieswick exemplifies that.
You really like those intangibles. Didn't you mention those in the baseball game?
It's all about the intangibles.
And the mental reserves, don't forget that.
Mental reserves are
Spencer,
very
do not
important.
forget the mental-
Don't forget them. They're very important.
Alyssa Baselli has scored 64 goals this year for the lacrosse team, but probably the biggest goal she scored this year, I know I'm rekindling the fire, October 22nd at Passaic County Tech, when she scored the one and only goal in the Passaic County final as the Wayne Hills girls soccer team beat Wayne Valley to win the Passaic County championship.
One thing to be noted, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but the bench of Wayne Hills is going into acrobatics just to cheer for their team. You see they're on each other's shoulders. It's ridiculous. I mean, the enthusiasm for this team.
Yeah, I mean, this is unprecedented.
Baselli up the field. Baselli fires a shot, and she scores her 5th goal of the game as Wayne Hills takes a 12-3 lead.
You know, with a lot of these girls, athleticism isn't specific to a specific sport. You know, it transcends, you know, one sport in general. So Baselli, she can do it on the soccer field. She could do it on the lacrosse field. I'm sure she could probably do it on a tennis court as well. She's really something special, and that shows in every field of athletics she plays on.
And back to my point I was making, I mean, the girls are so enthusiastic about their team. I mean, whatever level they are, if they're freshmen, JV, I mean, they're always there to cheer on their team, and they're like a family. I mean, you miss that a lot with boys' teams because, I mean, the guys aren't, you know, as enthusiastic about their players, and it's not, you don't get that family atmosphere.
Well, in some sports, you do like football. And that goal was assisted by Kim Caltagirone. Caltagirone.
Just give
Thank
up,
you, man.
Suntup.
And Caltagirone, a couple
There
of
you
minutes
go.
before that assist, she was down the field because she got hit in the arm by a stick. And that's just great toughness on her part to get back up, play in the game, and then assist on a goal like that. Number 12 for Milburn, controls the ball. Great play by Linda Stambula on defense to knock the ball out of her stick.
21 had an open shot, but she slipped, and you know that's the kind of mistakes you have to just watch out for because that'll cost you the goal, and they need every single goal they can account for right now.
And the Millers may have a pretty weak defense, but I mean, they have one or two attack that could really score and run around out there and create open space.
While I have a moment, I'm going to bring you tonight's trivia question, which is brought to you by Wayne Hills High School. Study hard and get good grades. This year, Wayne Hills is the 14th seed in the North Group A state tournament. What seed was Wayne Hills in the state tournament last year? A, 10th, B, 12th, C, 18th, or D, the 16th seed? Answer coming up shortly.
Am I allowed to guess on that one, or I have to wait?
Hold on, Divers down the field. Divers makes a move, fires a shot, saved by the goalie of Milburn. Matt, what's your guess?
I'd go with the 16th seed.
I think I'm going to have to guess 12. I mean, and we don't have any insight on this. We don't really recall
I didn't
what
cover
the answer
lacrosse
is.
last year, girls
Spencer,
lacrosse.
you have a guess?
It's really hard here. I'm going to go with, what were the choices? 10, 12. What was the third choice?
10, 12, 18, and 16.
10, 12, 18, and 16. I'm going to say 18, Suntup. I'm going to just go out on a limb here.
Okay, answer coming up shortly.
So I'm guessing your guess, Dave, is a 10, just so we can all
Divers
be different.
passes to Kudzik, and Kudzik scores as Wayne Hills takes a 13-3 lead. Great pass by Kristen Divers. She wanted to shoot the ball. She didn't have a shot. She passed it out to Erica Kudzik as Erica Kudzik scores the 13th Wayne Hills goal of the game as Wayne Hills takes a 13-3 lead.
My prediction of 14 to 10 might go a little way overboard. I mean, it might end up being 20 to like 6 or 7 by the time we're done with this.
I wonder, I don't think we have the stats, but I wonder what their game high is as a team. And I think for this season it's 17, am I right? 21 we have.
Oh,
from,
they got 21
a
2
fan.
games this week against Ulspan and Demers.
21. So let's see if they can match that here. I think it's possible.
You know, one thing I've learned from calling games with Carmelo and Matt is never to make assumptions. If you watched our baseball game a few weeks ago, Hills stormed out to a 6-0 lead, and we thought it was going to be 10-run rule and we'd be home for a Cinco de Mayo fiesta. And we all know how that turned out. So let's just wait and see.
Yes, the Cinco celebration was cut short. We didn't get the chips and the salsa, so it was a little sad, but we'll make up for it today.
Okay, guys, you know me. I have done probably about 30 games this year, but this is the
Don't
first
brag.
time I am keeping stats at a game. There have been so many goals scored that I can't even remember off the top of my head how many, so I'm writing this all down. Friesick up the right side of the field. She scored the first goal of the game for Wayne Hills. Frieswood centers to Divers. Divers makes a move. Divers fires a shot. Good save by the goalie of Milburn.
Now, one of the key abilities you have to have as an attacker is how to read the defense and where to cut and shoot, and it seems like Divers and Baselli really exemplify this perfectly. Now, back to a little spotlight on Sabrina Haskins. She tore, I believe, vital ligaments in her knee last year mid-season and had to get surgery, so we're very happy to see her back and healthy, and she's really a big part of this team.
Milburn gets their 4th goal of the game, and guys, I think I messed up on the score before. Actually, I think I said 13-3. I think it's 12. I think now it's 12-4. Am I correct, guys? Now it's 12-4. How about on the Wayne Hill side? Because I only have 12 down.
You'd hope they'd post the scoreboard.
Actually, it's 13. 13. I messed up on my sheet.
There's a scoreboard across from us, but it's pretty far. I don't know. I can't really see it.
13-4.
13-4. 20/20 vision, Eagle Eye Suntup. That's what we like to call them. But
Must have extra
Sorry about
vision
that.
because they got the green monster back there, or excuse me, the black monster blocking our view.
Divers. As Wayne Hills scores their 14th goal of the game, as Erica Konzik gets her second straight goal on a second straight assist from Kristen Divers, as Wayne Hills takes a 14-4 lead.
one thing I'd like to note is that the amount of assists that the leading scorers have, they're not just a one-dimensional player where they shoot and they score, they pass it around and they get their teammates moving, and that's really what makes them such good players.
And we are only in the first half here at Patriots Field, too. It's not like this is the end of the second half and Wayne Hills has 14 goals. So
And that's
this
the
is not a
shocking-
typo here with the score.
That's the shocking part, as I piece through all the files of footage we have on these games. The most I can ever see Hills scoring in a game was 18 goals on May 3rd, although I'm being told by my partner Matt Dubow that it was actually 21 goals in a separate game.
Olis
But we're
up the
on
field.
pace to score even more than that here, people.
Olis passes it off. Can't see who she passed it to. I believe he passed it to number 1, Megan O'Neill. Milburn controls the ball. Number 21 for Milburn up the left side of the field. Going against Heskins. Number 21 passes it across. Great D by Sabrina Heskins to obstruct the passing lane. The pass is picked up by Kuva. Kuva up to Divers. Divers. As the pass was intended, I believe, for number 16, Erica Konzik. As that is the end of the first half here at Patriots Field, the Wayne Hills Patriots are defeating the Milburn Millers 14-4 here at Patriots Field. Guys, what are your thoughts on the first half?
Well, I really feel that the Milburn Millers are really going to have to go back to the drawing board during halftime. I mean, try and find a way to just play better defense and stop the great attack of the Wayne Hills Patriots.
I think at the same time, Wayne Hills has to take a very good look at their defense because their defense is not too strong, and they have to make sure they don't give up a few goals and let the Millers back in the game. Even though they have a very nice lead, you never know in this game because it's such a fast-paced activity.
Anytime that you're on pace to score 28 goals by the end of the game, I don't really think you can call it a failure. So I think things are only looking up for this team right now. I really feel that, by the way, the last thing I wanted to add is that the cold and chilly weather is beginning to have little to moderate impact on the game. Fortunately, the players are off the field at the moment.
Well, before we go to break for a few commercials, I'd like to give you the answer to the trivia question. The trivia question is brought to you by Wayne Hills High School. Sorry hard and get good grades. What seed was Wayne Hills in the state tournament last year? The choices were A, 10th, B, 12th, C, 18th, or D, 16th. Carmelo, I believe you said, what did you say again?
I
16.
said 12.
I said 16.
Oh, it was
Matt
Matt
said
Dubow.
16. And Spencer Ferdig got the trivia question right. The answer was C, 18. Wayne Hills was the 18th seed in last year's state tournament, and they lost in the first round to the 15th seed, Huntington Central, in the first round. But this year, it looks like they will advance past the first round as long as they keep playing like this.
Does this mean I get to call play-by-play next year?
I don't know, Spencer. I think Andrew Guile and I have that position occupied for the next couple years. But we're going to send it to break. That is the end of the first half here at Patriots Field as the Wayne Hills Patriots are defeating the Milburn Millers 14-4. We will be back with the second half right after this. Welcome back to Patriots Field for the second half. I'm David Suntup alongside Carmelo Guarneri as in the first round of the North Group A playoffs, the Wayne Hills Patriots are defeating the Milburn Millers 14-4. So Carmelo, what does Wayne Hills have to do in the second half in order to stay on top?
Wayne Hills just has to keep the pace up, control the offensive zone and see, just do what they've been doing all season, and they'll pull away with the W. The Millers really need to just step it up, get some momentum, score a nice goal.
As Sabrina Heskins continues her great play on defense as she hits the ball out of number 17 of Milburn's stick. Sabrina Heskins and Hillary Kuba have just played fantastic on defense tonight, besides the great goal scoring by the Wayne Hills Patriots. Milburn passes it around. Number 27 of Milburn makes a move. 27 behind the goal. Passes it off. Can't see the number. Number 11 makes a move. Loses the ball. as Alyssa Baselli picks off the pass.
Not to mention Hillary Coover that is always put on their best defender. I mean, because she's the quickest defender and is very good at covering.
As Jessica Ivkoff up the left side of the field. Ivkoff passes it across. Picked up by Konzig. Erica Konzig has scored 2 goals in this game. I believe she scored the last 2 goals. They're both assisted by Kristen Divers. As the ball's taken up by number 12 of Milburn. Milburn up the right side of the field. Milburn going against Olis. Good defense by Becky Olis. Taken up by number 21. As I believe they're going to call a foul on Heskins. But Sabrina Heskins has just played fantastic on defense the whole entire game. So here's the goal scoring summary brought to you by Wayne Hills High School. Starting hard and get the grades. As number 11 for Milburn just scores the first goal in the second half as Milburn cuts the Patriot lead from 14-4 to 14-5. As Matt Dubow and Spencer Ferning are late arrivals here for the second half. They misjudged their time, but it happens to the best of us, guys.
Deepest apologies.
We had
Missed
a
the
little,
Milburn goal.
Oh no, we had a little bathroom break. We had to go. I'm sorry about that.
What did we miss?
Milburn goal, and that was it. But here's the first half goal scoring summary for the Wayne Hills Patriots, brought to you by Wayne Hills High School. Study hard and get good
This is gonna be a
grades.
long one.
Kristen Divers scored 5 goals. She now has 63 on the season. Chelsea Frieswick scored her 25th goal. She has 1 goal in the game. Hillary Kuba scored a goal. Osa Biscali scored 5 goals, and she now has 65 goals on the season. And Erica Kunzik scored 2 goals, and she now has 25 goals on the season. I believe for Osa Biscali I said 65 goals, just making sure. I know my allergies have really been bothering me, just like a lot of people. Hopefully, allergy season will end very shortly.
It's been a painful one.
Is that allergy medicine getting to your head? Suntup making you a little drowsy?
Well, you know, I go out there and battle. You know, when you make a commitment to do a game, you do the game, unless
You're
you're
a
unable
soldier.
to talk. You know, I was watching the Mets game last Saturday. Keith Hernandez, he really had like a sore throat or something. I believe he had ammonia, and he was still doing that game, but he's been out the last week because he's been sick. But you gotta go out there and battle. Baselli makes a move. Baselli fires a shot. Good save by the goalie, number 55. As I believe Baselli, I'm not sure if she tripped or someone pushed her down or
I think
something
she
like
tripped.
that. Not sure what the
I
call
don't believe
is.
there was a foul, was there? No, there's no foul in the play, so she just tripped. That was accidental.
Milburn controls the ball. Number 4. Going against Ivkoff.
Cut again! Cut again! Way to go, Al!
Not sure what the call is.
Hillary, cut it right there!
Not to mention, the Milburn goalie is doing pretty well today. I mean, she has like 5 or 6 saves possibly, which is a pretty outstanding game.
Well, your goalie is sometimes your goalie is only as good as the team around you, I guess you could say. And the goalie can only do what she can do. The defense has to do their part, and they have to prevent the other team from getting a lot of good shot opportunities. So if a team has a lot of good shot opportunities on the goalie, there's always so much the goalie could do. Good save there by Erica Giordano.
And that's a key point with the New Jersey Devils with Martin Brodeur. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a good goalie, but the guy he's overrated. I mean, it's the defense. I mean, he's had a great defense around him. It's the system they play, you know?
I'm gonna have to disagree. I think
I agree with you, Carmelo.
he's aging a little bit, but if you look at his prime, he was just an amazing
He only
goalie.
Good
faces
play there
like
on
20
defense
shots
by
a
Wayne
game,
Hills.
so it's
Hillary
easier
Kuba,
for him.
Linda Stambouli to block the shot. As Wayne Hills will regain possession of the ball.
I'm really looking forward to when someone scores a goal and we can see another face-off, because I really like to examine the art of the face-off. It's unique compared to any other sport.
Giordano passes the ball down the field. Clears the ball thanks to Carmelo Guarneri. The guru of vocab of lacrosse, I guess you could say. Good play there by Kristen Divers to block the pass from number 29 of Milburn. Divers down the field. Divers passes it to Konzig. Konzig has scored the last 2 Wayne Hills goals. Sally fires a shot, and she scores her 6th goal of the game as Wayne Hills increases their lead from 14-4 to 15-4.
And if I may, for a quick second, here we go. We're preparing for a face-off.
15-5, excuse me.
We're preparing for a face-off. This, to me, is one of the most interesting aspects of the girls' lacrosse game. Baselli's going to line up opposite the Milburn Center. It's a draw, apparently, not a face-off. Apologies for the incorrect terminology. Baselli is now going to face off against number 11 on Milburn, a fierce competitor in her own right. They're going to join sticks or pockets. The ball will be in between with a burst of force. And it is Wayne Hill's ball. That is just a beautiful, beautiful face-off.
That was a great description right there. Brought me to tears.
So Baselli now has 66 goals on the season. That is just incredible. And Divers has 63 goals on the season. So combine those two statistics, and according to my math that I'm doing in my head, that's 129 goals right there.
Come on,
That's a lot of
Milburn.
goals.
Good defense.
Konzik pass it to Frieswick. Good save by the Milburn goaltender.
That was a pretty hard shot. We kind of heard the impact from here off the goalie's pads.
Am I wrong, but does the Milburn goalie look like she's wearing sweatpants? Just
It does appear that way.
no, it's no like team uniform. It's just regular, sweatpants.
I'm sure she has pads underneath, though.
I think there's pads under it because I think they wear leg pads, the goalies.
She's not rocking the Milburn sweatpants. Just regular standard.
Number 11 for Milburn fires a shot, and she gets it past Giordano as Milburn draws to 15-6.
The Hills bench is quieted down a bit. They have to stay in this game and be this six-man basketball term there. But they have to really, support their team and make sure they give them the little push they need to keep fighting.
You got it, Lucy.
Any questions, comments, or suggestions, please email the Wade Hills Video Club at wadehillstv@yahoo.com. Once again, that is wadehillstv@yahoo.com. We've gotten probably about 4 or 5 emails this year. We love the emails. We love all the supports. If you ever need copies of a tape, we can always send you a copy. We love the emails, so any
Suntup,
questions, just email us at wadehillstv@yahoo.com.
Don't play us down. We had to get at least 20, 50, 80, 100 emails this year. They just keep coming in.
I'm actually the reader of the emails, so
I don't know, though.
haven't
You're
seen a
playing
lot
us
of
down a little bit. I think you're being modest, but we'll just leave it at that.
But your support is always appreciated.
Also, if you want to donate any money to our, because we need some new equipment, anything like that.
And praise as well if you enjoy the weather report, funny comments or, little insight. I'm Spencer Furtick alongside Matt Dubow, Carmelo, Guarneri, and David Suntup. So yeah, praise is also welcomed, and we like to know that our job, that we're being listened to and hopefully being appreciated.
It's good to know somebody's watching us. That helps.
As Ivkov pass it to Konzig. Konzig up the right side of the field. Konzig going down the field. She has scored 2 goals in this game. Pass it to Olis. Olis makes a move. Olis fires a shot. Good save by the Milburn goalie. Olis gets the ball back. Another save by the Milburn goalie.
You have to make sure you follow your shots and really try to get a rebound off the goalie because it happens a lot, and that's how you get a lot of the scores off the rebounds.
Divers controls possession. Divers makes a move. Divers fires a shot, and she scores! Kristen Divers gets her 6th goal of the game and her 64th of the season as Wayne takes a 16-6 lead.
That's incredible how Alyssa Baselli and Kristen Divers both have 6 goals apiece. That's just ridiculous.
It should be the Divers and Baselli show because that seems to be all we're talking about today. And I think now they should really start to try to get some experience for the rest of the team because going deep into the state playoffs, they need everyone to contribute. And I think you're going to see a little bit more of the younger guys starting to come out now.
We've been talking about the same players all game. Just want to note that Kelly Kwan is now in the game. Hopefully adds a little more dimension to a team that's had a lot of the same players in the game for the entire game.
Baselli down the field. There is no number 50 on my roster. Actually, there is. Heather Thomas. I apologize for that.
And just back to Kelly Kwan for a sec. As number 8, you'll see she's involved in a lot of plays. She really tries to make an impact wherever she goes.
Are you a pro sports fan that watched the 30-minute drill with David Suntup, Ryan Dubin, Andrew Axelvan, Brian Rossman, Matt Dubow, Andrew Guile, and Matthew the one and only Taylor? check Channel 77 for show listings. We do weekly editions, so you can always catch us on the drill.
While you're advertising, I'd also like to just make a little note about Patriot Pride. Our last 2 episodes are coming up. It's a monthly show where we highlight various stories around the school. I'm one of the hosts, and it's always great to throw a little support out there for that show because the TV classes have really been working hard on it.
I'm sure everyone loves to see you on camera, Mr. Dubow.
I get that a lot, you know. This job has really brought me quite a bit of fame. You know, I go around town. Aren't you the boy who hosts all those shows? And I just smile and nod.
And if sports aren't your forte, you probably aren't watching this right now. But tune in to Take 3, the best of music, movies, and television, hosted by a bunch of TV3 children, including myself. It's really a fun time.
I heard that show got canceled.
The series finale is airing in a few weeks.
And back to the drill. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but the drill's never what it used to be. Like when we had Mike Taylor and Larry Axelband. I think I don't think it's too good now at all. You know.
We're better than that.
As Milburn controls the ball. Number 29 for Milburn making a move. Going against Kelly Kwan. Number 17 for Milburn up the field as they call a foul on Erica Kunzig. So if you're just joining us here, I'm David Suntup alongside Carmelo Guarneri, Matt Dubow, and Spencer Ferdig. The Wayne Hills Patriots are defeating the Milburn Millers 16-6 in the first round of the North Group A state playoffs. So I think Wayne Hills playing in the North Bergen Interscholastic League has really helped them out here because they play a lot of good teams. They usually beat a lot of the teams, but they play some good teams like Ramapo and Northern Highlands. And even though they were 0-3 combined against Ramapo and Highlands this year, I think losing to them is really going to help them in the state playoffs because they get a lot of really good experience. They're used to playing good teams, and they're used to playing in tight games. And Milburn plays in the Northern Hills Conference, and that conference is definitely not as good as the NBIL. It's also the conference that Wayne Valley plays in. So Milburn doesn't play against the competition as Chelsea Frieswick scores her second goal of the game, and Wayne Hills takes a 17-6 lead.
You can't forget to mention Chelsea Frieswick because she's been overshadowed all year by the seniors, like we've said, Devers and Vasali, and she's also a great player too, and scores that I believe is like her 25th goal of the year.
26.
26.
Let's go, Milburn!
Vasali take the draw for Wayne Hills. Picked up by Divers. Divers pass intended for Quad as Quad can't make the play. Good play by Becky Oles to pick off the pass. Oles down the field, passes it to Vaseli. Picked up by Konzig. Konzig down the right side of the field. Konzig passes it across. O'Neal behind the goal. O'Neal looking to make a move. O'Neal out to Divers. Divers pass it to Konzig. As Konzig gets tripped up. Not sure what the call is exactly.
And if you noticed before, the defense is really starting to hit hard now. They've come out, they have a safe lead, and now they really do want revenge for that brutal, disturbing goggle hit much earlier in the game, and now is finally their opportunity to get
As
it.
Kristen Divers just scored her 7th goal of the game, as Wayne Hills takes, I believe, an 18-6 lead now. I forgot the goal that Chelsea Frieswick scored. So Wayne Hills is leading 18-6 in this North Group A first-round state matchup.
You know, I've heard about a hat trick. I've heard about a double hat trick, even though it's rare. What do you call 10 goals? Do you call it a Diaz?
It's called a Bootermeister, and it hasn't been done since '94, so we're hopeful.
Oh.
And sometimes you think coach is going to do the classy thing, and if she possibly scores 10 goals, take her out of the game, and just not to show up the other team, or you think she'll keep them in case of a possible comeback?
I think she's staying in because she wants to get her numbers up. She's in record status, so she's gonna have to keep her numbers up and keep it going because you want to set a record at the school and make a name for yourself.
Absolutely, but there comes a point where just things get out of hand, and sometimes you got to do the classy thing, and but it's a coach's discretion. So either way, it's fine. Whatever she wants to do.
Actually, I think I messed up there. I think it's 17-6. I'm not sure.
That's correct.
My own notes are confusing me here. I mean, there's been so many goals scored that it's hard to keep track. First of all, good thing there's a scoreboard. And second of all, I'm proud of myself for keeping stats out because if I didn't keep stats, I'd be in a lost world.
Normally you're pretty lazy, especially during the hockey seasons. We didn't see many stat taking. But then again, we also had the great programs made
You
by
are calling me lazy,
your
Mr.
father.
Dubow?
I believe your father.
I am a notes guru when it comes to this stuff. I was up at 8 a.m. doing notes today.
You get it from
for
the
this
best.
game.
You get it from the best.
Printing
your
stuff
father.
out for everyone. I don't know if you want to call me lazy, Mr. Dubow. Especially when it comes time for football next year. Anyways, back to lacrosse.
This guy stays up every night, looking up stats and just, he's really into it. He's passionate, Mr. Suntup over here.
That's why we love him.
Yeah, I learned from the best. Ian Eagle, Bruce Beck, Mike Quick. They taught me well at their broadcasting camps.
Passing the torch. It's a little emotional.
And while we have a few moments, I know the game has a lot of distance right now because Wayne Hills is leading 17-6. I'd like to give a special thanks to some of the seniors that have worked with us this year. This is the last sporting event we are doing, unless someone makes a state final. But I'd like to give thanks to some very special seniors. First of all, I would like to thank Will the Godsend Pieper. He has just been a great cameraman / audio helper for the last 4 years. He has just been fantastic. He's been at all the games. Whenever we do a game, he's there. It's as simple as that. And Mr. Oakstreet hands out the schedule. He's like, Piper, we have a game this day, that day. Piper's like, Mr. Oakstreet, I will be there. I will be there early, and I will be there late to help clean up. Mr. Piper has just been fantastic. So I'd like to thank Will. I'd also like to thank Mr. Nye, Jason Nye. He has just been one of the best cameramen that Mr. Oakstreet has ever had in his 5 years at Wayne Hills. Jason has also been very committed. He always shows up to the games. A lot of passion, a lot of energy. I really like to thank Jason for his commitment.
There's a lot of raw talent there that you just can't teach, and these guys really show it every single game. This beautiful camera work. They really almost never mess up, and we just have to give them their praise when it's due.
I'd also like to thank the one and only Carmelo Guarneri. Carmelo, I know it was tough for you because you didn't get to broadcast full sports with us because you never got to do a football game because you always played soccer, but you were just great doing basketball games, hockey games, baseball, lacrosse, whatever it is. You're just so versatile. You can do all types of games, all types of situations, whether it's play-by-play or color. You've just been great. I really liked your commitment. And now I'm hearing that you may start one of your own clubs at Randolph College,
Yeah,
right?
I was thinking of maybe, they haven't had anybody broadcast a game there in a while, and they have a radio station. So I was talking to some people, and I was thinking of maybe, starting something up there. Maybe just doing it, not as a career, but, just doing it for a little bit of fun.
And, Carmel, I really feel that attitude of yours really, captures what a lot of this video and TV club is about. It's about passion and about, a zest for life and for broadcasting the game. And I really feel like when you have passionate people out here each day doing this, I really feel that that's going to translate into a good product. So thank you to everyone involved.
As Milburn scores their 7th goal of the game, Wayne Hills now leads 17-7. I'd also like to thank the one and only Matt Gallo. I know he played football, but he really did a lot for the club, whether it was at sporting events in the winter or at concerts, videotaping. He really did a lot, and he really helped Mr. Oakstreet out. Justin Dubin, he also played football, but he really helped us out. He taped concerts. He showed up at hockey games when we were in need of cameramen. Like, for example, the Wayne Valley Wayne Hills Mayor's Cup. We were really short on cameramen. Will Piper couldn't make it. Jason Nye couldn't make it.
That was a rough game.
Justin Dubin. It was a very rough game.
We really scrapped through there.
Gave up his time of hanging out with his friends to come and help us. I really appreciated that. We'll really miss Justin and Matt a lot, and I wish them the best of luck in college.
It's been a long year here in the TV club. We've done a lot of games. We've done all the football games. Going all the way to the state championship with the football team every year is really great. And next year we're hoping for a little three-peat action. Not to mention hockey with the Mayor's Cup and the various spring concerts and sporting events we're doing. We really do try to bring you as much as we can, and we enjoy doing it.
And I also like to thank Dave Rogers. He was a great play-by-play announcer for us for football. He really just did a fantastic job. He called one of the greatest games in Wayne Hills football history, the 46-0 victory over the Parsippany Hills Vikings at Giant Stadium. We definitely wish Dave the best of luck at the University of Michigan, where I believe he will major in communications. And also Chad the Cutman Cutler, one of the funniest men ever to talk in a microphone at a Wayne Hills sporting event. Chad Cutler was just fantastic. The commentary, the humor, whatever it was, Chad Cutler, he just really made everyone laugh whenever he talked to someone. He really lit up the TV screen. He lit up everyone's ears when he talked. Chad Cutler moving out to bigger and better things at the Arizona State University. He'll be broadcasting there. He will be majoring in communications for the next few years at Arizona State. So we really wish him the best of luck as a Sun Devil.
You know, he's going to come back next year with a very nice tan. I'm going to be a little jealous, and it's going to be hard to hide.
Yeah, he'll also get to go to a lot of nice venues there in Arizona. They have a good football team now, the Cardinals. He'll get to go to some Diamondbacks games, taking Amare and Nash at U.S. Airways Center. There's still hockey in the desert. Wayne Gretzky coaches there. So.
In what seems to be the natural course of events, the cold weather factor has now gone from moderate to extremely high. I'm freezing right now, and I'm really interested to see how this will affect the rest of the game.
Spencer Furtick, do you have any future ambitions to become a weatherman when you grow up?
Yes. Well, I'm gonna hopefully, see how that goes the next few years.
I had to ask.
Guys, I got a hold from choking up here. I mean, this is my last ever game broadcasting at Wayne Hills. I mean, it's a sad day. Never going to do another game again here.
We had a lot of fun.
Good
though,
save
Carmelo.
there by
I
Eric
did have a lot of fun,
Giordano.
definitely.
But Carmelo, you're moving on to bigger and better things. The time has come. You've been here for 4 years. You've done a great job. You really helped out this club, and you have to be very proud of your commitment. Next year, when you're at Ramapo College, when you're one of the road runners at Ramapo College, you'll look back on your tenure in the Wayne Hills Video Club. You'll be very proud of the 4-year commitment that you made, how many games you helped out in, the experience you've taught Andrew Guile and I. So you'll be very proud of what you've done when you look back
Oh,
on this
absolutely.
experience.
I don't know what I'm going to do exactly, but I'm going to try my best to, broadcast games over there and help out, see what I could do.
No, I'm
Show
I
my
feel
only
like Robert
experience.
Forgatner could start something new there.
I'm only a junior, and I'm already getting choked up at the thought of graduating. So I really can't even imagine what you're going through, Carmelo.
Matt, what's going to happen next year when I give this speech about you?
I might be teary-eyed. I might be hugging you. We'll see.
I don't know about that, Matt.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And after graduation, it's not all over. Sitting right next to us, but not with a microphone plugged into his mouth, is Sam Asner, whose thoughts you might not be hearing directly, but are definitely hearing through us. So hopefully, Carmelo, you can make a return trip next year, and the same can happen to you.
Definitely.
Even though we're losing a lot of seniors, the future will still be back. You have David Suntup and Andrew Guile, as Hillary Cooper makes a great play on defense as she takes the ball off the field. Well, David Suntup, Andrew Guile, Matt Dubow, Spencer Furtick, Parker Weston, Jason Alfont, Dan Cohen will be back.
We are
Jake
going to be.
Silverman, so we definitely have a bright future here.
We have a beefed up
As
roster.
Alyssa Maselli just scores her 7th goal of the game as Wayne Hills takes an 18-6 lead here in the second half of the first round of the state playoffs.
One thing I'd like to say as we're looking into the future is definitely keep an eye out for our football programs next year. We are already preparing them, and they're going to be beefed up, all naturally, of course. And it's going to be an amazing showing. We'll have pre-game, post-game, halftime show. We're really pulling out all the stops, and we can't wait to bring you the action.
Where is the bar mitzvah? I just found this out also. I thought it was someplace really local. It's at the Liberty Science Center, that restaurant down there. Oh, that's really nice.
So this has just been incredible showing so far by the Wayne Hills Patriots, totally dominating the Milburn Millers here in their first round state matchup. The winner of this game will travel to Hillsborough on Tuesday, May 23rd for the second round of the tournament. Hillsborough is the 3rd seed, and just by knowing that Northern Highlands is the 6th seed and Ramapo is the 8th seed, and Wayne Hills lost to both teams, the game against Hillsborough will be a very tough matchup. But back to Matt was saying about the football. It's going to be a great experience doing football next year. We'll have a pregame show as Becky Olis scores her first goal of the game, and Wales takes a 19-6 lead. Becky Olis, we haven't talked about her much, but she is also a very good goal scorer on this team. Usually averages about a goal a game, plays great defense. When Spencer was talking about intangibles before, Becky Olis, she does everything. She plays defense, she does a lot of the little things that don't show up in the box score, but she always gets in the box score because she usually has a goal and an assist in every game.
A lot of these sophomores, normally you don't have sophomores coming onto varsity with varsity experience, but that's not the case this year. Chelsea Frieswick, Eric Kunzik, and Becky Olich all had freshman varsity experience last year, which really, I think, helped them a lot and made them better this year.
And I'd like to mention that my second prediction is coming up closer. I said 20-7, I believe. Now it's 19-6, so that could, that's a possibility there.
Yeah, back to what I was saying about the football. So we'll have a pregame show, postgame show, sideline reporter, we'll have intercom, halftime shows, we'll have pregame shows in studio, halftime shows in studio. As Kristen Divers has just scored her 7th goal of the game, and Wayne 06 a 20-7 lead.
Kristen Divers is not slowing down, continuing to score goals and completely dominate this game.
I heard we're trying to get Michael Jackson for a few halftime shows next year at the football stadium, so I don't know. See how it goes. Mr. Hookstrade's trying as hard as he can to pull in a few
Matt,
favors.
I think
I don't know if
Rich
it's happening or not.
Stambouli is our halftime guest. Rich Stambouli, first of all, besides thanking the seniors, I also like to thank
I'd rather have
the people
Michael
that have helped us out this year. I'd like to thank Rich Stambouli for coming on the air with us all those times, really helping us out. I'd like to thank all the coaches and statisticians that have given us information throughout the course of the year.
We're coming down to the wire
O'Neal
here.
up the field.
It's getting a little emotional. This is our last go for the season, guys. We're not going to be back till September.
And I'd also like to thank Mr. Divers for helping us out with the information for today's lacrosse game. Without Mr. Divers, we would be totally lost because I have never seen a girls' lacrosse game in my life, and I did not know a lot of the rules. And without him, we would just be lost. So thanks to Mr. Divers, we look somewhat knowledgeable here today.
Yeah,
Carmelo.
absolutely. I mean, Suntup, you sound like you've been doing this for years. I mean, with the insight,
I'm trying to think of other people who have helped us out this year that I have not thanked yet. Well, I'd like to talk about some of the great sports moments that we've had this year. Wade Hills football, 12-0, winning the state title, broadcasting the game at Giant Stadium. That was definitely a huge thrill. Girls soccer, winning the county title, doing the game at PCT in the press box. That was also a great thrill because when we broadcast the football games, we are not in the press box. We have to sit in the row in front of the press box because the coaches occupy the press box. So that was the first game and the only game we did this year that we broadcast in a press box. So it was definitely a great thrill. It was a great game. Baselli scored the only goal and the game-winning goal for Wayne Hills in that game. I also want to talk about the Mayor's Cup for hockey. That was a great game. Albert Campbell scored a goal. Licio scored a goal. Fernicolo scored a goal. Wayne Hills won 3-1.
With the Mayor's Cup, that was possibly not even going to happen, but through the hard work and dedication of many of the members of the club here, we got it done. And that's the end of the game. Back to you, Dave.
This is the end of the game as the Wayne Hills Patriots defeat the Milburn Millers 20-7 here at Patriots Field. As the Wayne
prediction was
Hills
correct.
Patriots will take on Hillsborough next week in the second round of the state tournament, as this is the first time Wayne Hills has ever won a state playoff game as they make history here at Patriots Field. This is definitely a monumental moment here in Wayne Hills girls lacrosse history as Wayne Hills wins 20-7. Guys, what are your thoughts on this fantastic win?
I mean, Wayne Hills really played great in every facet of the game. They were playing, their offense was great. I mean, their defense wasn't amazing, but I mean, they held the Millers to 7 goals. And, they did a pretty decent job on defense.
It was just like we were saying at the beginning of the game. I don't want to brag, but we were pretty good analysis because we seem to be calling this stuff right. We said that the offensive powerhouse of the Lady Patriots were going to have to overcome for some of the weak points of the defense. In most other games, 7 goals for the Millers would put them in the game, but not in this one because of Hill's amazing offense. And it's going to catapult them deep into the state's tournament, and we'll see what happens from there. I'm very excited about that.
In regards to the game, I felt this was a high-caliber effort from all players on all aspects of the field. Everywhere there was an effort on offense, on defense, in the middle of the field. You could feel their hearts pouring out into this effort, and I think that contributed to a great game for all. In regards to Carmelo, I truly feel this is not goodbye. It is just see you later. Good luck. in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
I also would like to say goodbye to Carmelo because we've done many hockey games together. We did the baseball games. You know, it's been very emotional. You're a very skilled person. I just feed off your energy. It's great to work with you, and I wish you luck in your future at Ramapo College. It's very exciting.
Thank you guys for the praise, and I hope you guys could go along as well and have similar success.
Yeah, thank you very much, Carmelo. I know this is definitely a heartwarming moment for you. You just did a great job. This is your last game, but you're going out on top, you know. You really did a great job. 4 years here really went by fast. Next month you'll be graduating, but you really did a fantastic job. And you should pat yourself on the back. And if you're at home and watching this game, you should give a standing ovation to Carmelo Guarneri for just doing a fantastic job. But here is the goal scoring summary for this game. Kristen Divers and Alyssa Baselli both scored 7 goals. Chelsea Frieswick scored 2 goals. Becky Ola scored a goal, and Erica Kunzik scored 2 goals. I believe that adds up to 20. 7, 7, 2, 2, 2, 2. Yes, that adds up to 20 according to my math. I'd also like to thank Mayor Scott Ramada for joining us this year. We interviewed him during halftime of the boys lacrosse game. That was one of the other people who I wanted to thank for joining
Also
us
on the
this year.
drill.
Yeah, as I said, also on the drill. So I'd like to thank everyone who was a part of our broadcast this year for Wayne Hills Sports. This is the last sports game that we were doing unless someone makes a state final. Other than that, we have senior awards, and then we have the Skylar Colfax promotion and the Wayne Hills promotions that we are going to telecast. There will be no analysis, but we will be taping them. So the final score here at Patriots Field, the Wayne Hills Patriots 20, the Milburn Millers 7, as Wayne Hills will advance to the second round of play and face off against the 3rd seed Hillsborough in the second round of the state tournament. For Carmelo Guarneri, Matt Dubow, Spencer Ferdig, William Pieper, and Jason Nye, and also Mr. Oakstrait. I'd like to thank Mr. Oakstrait for his great dedication to this club. Without Mr. Oakstrait, nothing would ever go on with this club. And Mr. Oakstrait just does everything behind the scenes. I'm David Suntup, signing off here from Patriots Field. Have a stupendous day.